Okay guys, today I'm gonna try to make a video. My window regulator broke the other day. I'm gonna try to make a video on how to replace it on my 2005 E350 van, Econoline van, and it should be the same for any other Econoline out there. The only thing I've done so far is just remove the panel. So I don't think this has ever been done before in this car, on this van. So it's probably gonna have rivets, and I'm gonna have to drill those out, punch them out and drill them out. I still gotta remove this plastic here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I really didn't want to have to rip this off, but it's not going to be much choice. Yes, fine. So yeah, as you can see, still had the rivets. So that means that this window regulator has never been replaced before, and I kind of figured that because I own this van for the last 13 years. And I had never had to do anything like it before, so I kind of had an idea that it was going to be still the original. The motor is still good, so I'm going to keep the motor. I'm going to install that other regulator with the motor, and I'm going to save the motor. That way, in case my motor burns out on that other one, I have a spare one. But I'm going to go ahead and punch out those rivets and then drill them out real quick. I'm going to use this punch and the hammer, and then just punch the centers out right there, and then we're just going to drill out the rest of it. There's one out. Two. 3. Okay, so those 3, they just hold the motor in place. There's also 2 or more holding the window to the track that goes up and down. That one's gonna be probably a little more challenging because we have to do it through the holes here. There's 2 holes here probably. So I never done it before on this van, so I'm just kind of learning as I go. I done it on the other cars, the Lincoln, which is pretty much the same thing. But let's continue with this. I'm gonna drill those 3 rivets out. Just use a drill bit that looks like it's gonna fit in the hole there. That way it catches on. See? That one went all the way. Okay. The motor kind of fell down, so usually as soon as you remove those things, it's only a little notch right here that holds it in place, and then it comes out. So that's off, and this is the plug down here. This is yellow and red plug. You gotta kind of pull down the tab here, and then disconnects like that. Then you push that in. Now I gotta figure out a way of bringing the window down so that I can have access to the other rivets that are on the track. So I'm gonna roll the window down so I can line up the other rivets with the holes, Let's see. Oh yeah, I already unplugged the motor. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's plug it back in so we can roll the window down. That the window goes down, but it won't go up. Right there, see, there's one. We can get that one from here, but the other one is behind here, so we're gonna have to bring it down and line it up with this hole down here, so I can get that one. I'm also gonna go ahead and remove the speaker here, that way I can have maybe use the hole to stick my arm here to kind of guide the motor. And this bolts you can use, I think it's an 8 or 7, maybe a 6, or you can use the T16, no, T15 by 4. It's a star screwdriver. Yeah, T15 by 4. It fits perfectly fine. You can use that, or you can just figure out what size the head is. I say it looks like a 6 or a 7, but I'm not sure. I'll check here in a second and tell you, let you know what size it is. Okay, so I went ahead and checked for you, so it is a 7 like I thought. See, perfectly fine. In case you don't have one of these, you can use just a normal socket, number 7. So just thought I'll let you know that. Okay, there you go. That gives you another big hole so you can stick your hands in there and probably work it better. Let's bring the window back down some more so we can line up the other one. See how it doesn't go up. It needs help. Okay. Let's turn this off so it's not annoying anybody. There's the other rivet right through this hole. I'm gonna punch it out, and I'm not gonna record that part because it's the same as the other ones, and you know, I'll just go ahead and punch that out real quick. Okay, I did punch out the other one. Now I just gotta drill out the head of the rivet on both sides. Got 2 more down here, which are holding the bottom of the rail, and then up on top we only have 2 bolts. Looks like there might be 12s. Careful not to drop them in there. I don't think they'll go anywhere if you drop them anywhere. There's no hole. If they do, they'll probably just fall in the inside the door. Okay, so I'm ready to separate the window from the I don't think I need to take off the window. I'm just gonna move it up out of the way. Okay guys, so what I did was I went ahead and rolled or pushed the window the way up and put a piece of duct tape over the top to hold the window up while I removed the regulator out of the out of the door. Hopefully that'll hold it up there and it won't drop and it won't break. If it drops and breaks, I'll let you know not to do that, but hopefully that's not gonna happen. So let's take this out. Got this zip tie here holding these cables together. I don't know why I didn't put them there, but whatever. Something. This is the new regulator. It's dormant. Let's see. There it is right there. Part number 741586. I got it off of Amazon. I think it was like $65. So I'm gonna open it up and compare it to the old one. Make sure that it is the same thing. It is, and by the way, I don't ever put rivets back on. You can do that if you want to, but I always just put the bolt and washer or bolt and nut on instead of the rivet. This particular one comes with the bolt and nuts, so that's good. Now let's get it out and make sure it's the same thing. Okay, so from what I can see, it looks to be the same. So make sure the plug is the same. Looks like they're both the same, so I'm gonna go ahead and install this one. Hopefully it'll work just fine. Alright, so let's shove it in there before we lose daylight. Just gotta figure out how to get it in. I'm gonna get my flashlight real quick so that I can see inside the door panel. Okay, I got my light here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the two nuts up here so that this thing, I'm not gonna tighten down yet, just getting them on there so that thing stop it from falling out. Now let's put the motor where it goes. Yeah, just make sure there's little tabs right here. Line up the tabs right there. You can see that 1 and 2. Here's the other one, and now you can see that the bolt holes line up perfectly. It looks like all the bolts are the same size, so I'm gonna go ahead and snug them up. I'm gonna use my impact so it goes a little faster. Plug it in, snug this down. I'm not gonna over tighten them, there's no need to over tighten them. And now we're gonna go ahead and bolt down these two. And we're almost done. Snug. Okay, we're almost done. Now I'm just going to take the tape off the window, bring the window back down, stick it in there in that little notch there, and then we're going to bolt it down, and pretty much done. I'm just going to hold the window from the inside like this while I remove the tape. Slowly bring the window down. And just make sure that the window goes right behind that. I don't know if you can see the notch right there. You can see the mark right there from the old one, right there. And then it rests right in there. Make sure that the other side is the same. Let me turn that thing off. Okay, let's get the first bolt in there. It goes in like that. And we'll put the knot behind it. I'm just gonna snug it up. The other side. That means I gotta roll the window down so that the hole lines up with this hole. Oh, it's gonna be difficult to do it through here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the window all the way up and do it through the speaker hole right here. That seems like it would be the easiest way to do it. And this thing's not very fast at all. Fast going down, but it's not fast going up. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing, but see through the speaker hole, there it is right there. Right there. All I gotta do is reach in there and get that bolt through there, get that nut started, and then tie it down. So I'm gonna do that off camera because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much done. I bolted everything down. Right now we're just gonna roll the window up and down, make sure it goes up and down and it doesn't get hung up on wires or cables. As you can see, okay, why does it not go down all the way? It's supposed to go down all the way. Let me see what I did wrong here. You can see doesn't go down all the way. Let me check inside, see why, and then I'll get back to you. Okay guys, so after I remember before I bought this regulator, reading one of the reviews, and a guy mentioned something about the two bottom bolts being a little too long, and that's why his window wouldn't go down. And yeah, see, I loosened them up most of the way out, and now the window goes all the way down. So I gotta find a couple bolts that are shorter than this. Either that or I'm gonna have to cut some of it off and see if that still works. So I'll get back to you here in a minute. Okay guys, so after going through my whole stash, I have 2 full cans of bolts and nuts and screws. I found this one right here, which is a little bit shorter, not a little bit, actually a lot shorter than the ones that came with the regulator. And I'm gonna try those 2 and see if those work. If not, I guess you can go to the hardware store and find some that are shorter, or just cut this one off with the grinder or something. But let me put these ones on there and then we'll try the window again, and I'll show you if it works or not. Okay, I got those 2 bolts in there tightened down and the window's up. Now we're gonna roll it, see if it goes all the way down. Yep, all the way down. It's a little slower than the original one, but it closes all the way up and it goes all the way down, no problems. So I'm gonna end this video here because it's already dark, and all I gotta do is put this plastic back on here, put the speaker on back on, and put the panel back on, and then I'll be done. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Give this video a like if it helped you out, and see you in the next one. Bye now.